The following is a presentation of the St. Louis Chess Club.
Welcome to Week 7 of the Pro Chess League. I am St. Louis Archbishop Manager Michael J. Kummer. Alongside me, Grandmaster Akobian.
Hello, Mike. Hello, everybody. It should be a very exciting round.
Yes, so we are going for a perfect season today. 7-0. We are favored in all 16 matches against Brazil. But they are putting up 4 Grandmasters against our stacked team of 4 2700s. So it should be a great game today. Hopefully we win. If we win, we'll be Western Division champions. As you see on
the standings right there.
There are the standings. So Canada is right on our tails. And but if we win,
we control the destiny.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then rounding out the field is New York, California, and if Chicago wins today, they'll get in as the 13th seed. And so big stakes on the line today. So if we win, we'll get a first round bye, and then we'll play in the quarterfinals. Hopefully win that. And then we'll be on our way to Oslo, Norway in the Final Four. So, oh man, if we get there, it's going to be a scene like nothing else. It's going to be a chess party 2020, it says, in Norway. Win, lose, or draw, Fabiano, Wesley, and the world champion, Magnus Carlsen, will be obviously there in Oslo, and it's going to be like nothing else, nothing you guys have ever seen before. And obviously, we'll be playing live. The players will be wearing noise-canceling headphones, and so everybody can cheer and boo, possibly, and laugh at some of their moves. And I was there in San Francisco last year. It's a lot of fun. And you were there.
Yeah, it was the first year.
The first year.
Very exciting. Definitely. If you're nearby, you should visit and check it out in person. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be May 21st through the 24th. So get your tickets now and book your hotel rooms, and hopefully the Archbishops will be there and representing St. Louis strong. So the format for today is it's 4 versus 4, all play all. So our board 1, Fabiano, will play their board 4. And then the board 3, board 2, board 1, and the first one to 8.5 wins.
It gets the 10 points for winning the match, correct?
Yes,
and then you get additional points.
We get the additional bonus 10 points for winning the match. That's why we got to win today. Because I mean, Canada. If Canada wins today, they'll be at 121.5, and we'll still be stuck at 124.5. So we can't take Brazil lightly. I was thinking about this earlier today. The New England Patriots, they won, they're a dynasty. We're a dynasty. They're a dynasty. They lost at home to the Miami Dolphins, the hapless Dolphins, in Week 17. And that messed up their whole playoff structure. They had to play Houston in the first round instead of getting a first round bye, and they got blown out. So we gotta take this team
very seriously. That's why we're going with a strong lineup, right? Very strong lineup to try to finish the job.
Yeah. So okay. So Can we?
To follow the games, right? We go to you need to log in and go to today, and then we will click on the Pro Chess League.
And hopefully Jeffery Xiong, Jeffrey X. Hopefully.
No, we have to go. Sorry, live TV. Sorry.
Yeah, so you have to go to chess.com, and then Chess TV.
Chess TV.
And here will be the moment of truth. It's very complicated. It's not as easy as it looks.
This is the best way to do it,
Well,
though. I'll tell you what. Let me
Ben
find
Simon.
it.
This is Ben Simon way to do it.
I didn't dress for the stream today, guys. How you doing?
Now the producer here, right here.
We'll go to
TV.
Where did today go? There it is, today. And then you go over in the next column to Chess
That
TV.
Chess TV.
That chess, yeah,
There are
actually
two chess
TVs.
TVs. Two chess TVs.
I realize.
And then
that.
you click on
Archbishops.
Archbishops.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So one more time, let's go back and show the people how they do that. Because
Okay.
And we are now following Jeffery Xiong.
Jeffrey's
which
in.
is good.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's see Jeffery Xiong's game first. Let's
Okay.
follow him. Maybe I can understand what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, you go today, you hit the chess TV on the very top. There are two chess TVs, one on the bottom, but you hit the one on the top, and then you click on the Archbishops here. Boom, and then here we are. And are the games have started or?
They look like they have not started.
Let's take a look at the pairings.
Let's check it out. All right. So our board one is Fabiano Caruana. He's playing a former Webster student.
Andre Diamant.
Yeah, so good luck, Andre.
Heavy favorite. We're heavy favorite on that board.
Yes.
And
then keep in mind we are favored in all
in
16
all
of
16
these,
of this,
all
yes.
16 of these matches. And then we have Dominguez
Against Mkhitaryan. Krikor Armenian, actually. Armenian descent.
Oh, really?
Armenian from Brazil, born in Brazil. Krikor Mkhitaryan, friend of mine, is a grandmaster around 25-50 rating. So again, we are heavy favorite with Leinier being 27-80 or 50. So we're heavy favorite.
I do notice one thing when Leinier plays as black. He'll be black in this round. He likes to go for the Berlin and just take a draw.
Draw. You think is that a good strategy?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
I think they'll be happy to draw Leinier. Leinier is very strong, so
I'm gonna take that right now. I'm gonna bet draw on that game.
draw on Leinier. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have Wesley with white against Luis Paolo Suppi. I don't know that player. Probably younger grandmaster. I don't know his ranking, but again, Wesley is heavy favorite there. I do know the next opponent of Jeffery Xiong is Rafael Leitao. This is a very strong and experienced grandmaster. He's much older now, probably in his early 40s. I've played Rafael Leitao, so he was over 2,600. It's a serious opponent. Cannot take him lightly. Very experienced opponent, Rafael Leitao. But of course, Jeffrey is in great shape, and he's a fantastic rapid blitz player, so he's heavy favorite there as well.
It looks
And
like Luis
Suppi
Suppi is born in 1996.
96, so about
23
years old. And we got games.
And we're off.
We're off here, and we have.
Let's see some games.
So we have Jeffery Xiong. Jeffery Xiong is facing Rafael Leitao, and we have again. This is 10 minutes for the whole game with 2-second increment.
Yeah. Now online, that 2-second increment does sometimes come into play, and
Yes.
that can really help you. In live chess, it really doesn't do anything for you, but
Absolutely.
on the
Yeah.
internet, it
Yeah,
really
and the way that this is an excellent way that's suggested by Ben Simon. So this way we can click on the bottom and switch very quickly. See?
yes.
So this is exactly very nice way of following all the games. You can click on next. We have the Wesley So game against GM Suppi, and we have. I guess they all wanted to play the Nimzo Indian. Jeffrey got a Nimzo Indian, and Suppi tried to play the Nimzo, but Wesley said no. He played knight f3 and stopped it. So then we have this Queen's Indian.
Interesting.
Interesting. So A3 now played. They're moving very fast because this is theory. Okay, I think white should be probably slightly better here. So let's look at the next game. So this is the game that we think maybe Leinier will play solid. So this is the game Leinier playing black against Mkhitaryan. Exactly 200 points now separates these two players. Mkhitaryan 25-63, Leinier 27-62. So very solid opening. So we have this setup, and it transposed. Very solid setup with d4. Leinier.
Wow.
Leinier wanted to play his favorite semi-Tarrasch. Long castle.
This is very surprising.
Uh-oh.
On an open C file.
Unbelievable.
This reminds me of
Unbelievable. Long castle. This is unexpected, Mike. Why did he choose that?
yeah, I do not get this. And he jinxed me. Maybe he heard me and said, I'm not going to play conservative today.
Wow. This definitely shows aggression. I mean, definitely a risky move, but let's see. He wants to maybe play h5, h4.
He's off the C file.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. You know, just a little safe move, put the king on b8, and he's getting ready. Getting ready to push that h-pawn. h5, h4 at some point. That's what Leinier is going to do. I mean, but it's not so easy for white to attack here because you don't have a3, you don't have b4. Now knight e2 by Mkhitaryan. He's trying to bring the knight to f4 perhaps. So the question is, what is Leinier going to do now? Is he going to plant the knight on e4? Is he going to do something like that and then play f5, g5, h5, and push everything?
I just like playing g5 right now.
Perhaps that's what he wants to do. Push everything, yeah.
So let's take it. Yeah, get that g file.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at the last game to see. And this is a game of Fabiano Caruana black against Andre Diamant. And this was English c45. And we have knight f6, bishop g2. And d4 play by Diamant. Again, huge difference. Almost 300 points separate these two grandmasters.
Yes.
So we are counting on Fabiano to, score a full point in this matchup. But again, GM versus GM matchup, Mike, you never can be 100% sure.
Right, you can't take anything for granted.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
any GM could have a good day and can play his best, and then even 2,800 opponent going to have a hard time.
Yep.
So definitely cannot underestimate this team from Brazil. Do they have any chances of qualifying? Or
no, they are eliminated. The only team in the Western Division that has a chance
is Chicago.
Chicago currently has the 13th seed. But they need to win
this
today
match.
and have UK not upset California. But the good thing about Chicago is they're playing Argentina, which is at the bottom of the
bottom.
the bottom of the bottom.
What about the fifth place from the other two divisions? Are they going to qualify? Or no?
Unfortunately, they cannot because their performance rating is too low. Actually. It's very strange how this could happen.
It's by performance, not points.
If UK would finish in 5th in the Western Division, and Hungary finishes 5th in the Eastern Division, they would qualify because they have a higher performance rating.
It's not the points.
It's not the points for that 5th spot.
Performance.
It's performance rating. So
Interesting.
actually, I guess UK has no chance.
What about these Italy Gladiators? They have any outside chances? Italy Gladiators.
Well, they could win, it looks like, and Sweden could lose, or Norway could lose, and they might be able to overcome
squeak in.
as the 4th place team.
And Norway Gnomes, do they have Magnus this year?
Luckily, Magnus is not part of the Pro Chess League this year, so
Can he play in the finals, though?
no, he is ineligible.
Ineligible, okay.
So even if he shows up and says, "Put me in, coach," nope.
For
can't
Norway,
do it.
they cannot put him in.
Right. And if we win the Western Division, we'll be first place and obviously get that bye. We'll be playing the winner of the 3rd place team in the Eastern Division. We'll play the 3rd place in the Central Division in that first round of the playoffs, and then will play the winner of that game in the quarterfinals. So we really want to see who finishes third place in both the Central and the
divisions
and the Eastern, because that's who will be playing one of them to get to Norway.
So there will be 4 teams in the finals, correct?
Yes, Final Four.
So it'll be the winner of the Western, right? Each division, or
It could be anybody, because in the first round, the Western will be playing the Eastern and
Eastern.
the Central.
I
So
see, I see.
There'll be out of conference matchups. So
I see. So
theoretically, there could be 4 teams from the Western Division.
so it could
playing
be Chessbras, New York, and California
Yeah.
in the finals.
Yeah, the All-American final.
Unbelievable.
All right,
Unbelievable.
let's see some games.
Yeah.
Let's
go back to Jeffrey maybe
Yeah,
to
let's-
see how is he doing. So Jeffrey is white against Rafael Leitao here. Solid. We have very solid position. Solid Nimzo Indian here. And so Jeffrey is trying to claim a slight plus here, Mike. Slight plus in this opening. I like his position, but it's not easy to break.
Right.
So-
I was wondering why that guy cast.
And the
but-
clock
but now I
differential is
see.
a little bit surprises me. Clock differential. Why is Jeffrey down?
Maybe Jeffrey logged in late.
It's possible. It's possible.
He's
But
in
let's see.
rush. He's in no rush. Even though he's playing their top man.
This is the top man. Leitao is their top man, by far the most famous and experienced grandmaster in Brazil. Yeah, absolutely. So this is a key matchup here. So let's see if Jeffrey can figure out a way to press here. He is slightly better against Leitao, but a little bit worried about the clock. He's just down 2.5 minutes here, so he's got to pick up the pace, you know. Maybe B3, Mike. B3, A3, B4. Prepare. You know, Bishop E4.
Attack. It's just attack. Yeah.
Bishop E4. Wow. Look at that move. I didn't expect that one. Okay, so more or less balanced game here. Let's switch to see how our other game is going. So we have Wesley So with the white pieces, with slightly better and trying to press Grandmaster Supi. And now we have some pressure here, but the question is how to break through. Black is solid here. Clock difference. Again, most important thing is the clock. First, we look at the clock, 6 minutes versus 6, so not a huge difference there. And maybe just he needs to build up here. You know, Rook Fe1, some Bishop H3 ideas. Can he do something like this? Bishop
Get the pin
H3,
going.
get some pin going. Rook Fe1, put some extra pressure. So, you know, and he does it.
All
And
right.
he does it. Look at that. Bishop
That's
H3.
instant.
Reply by Supi, huh?
Yeah, he must have known. He must have known.
So again, not easy yet, but let's switch up to the other games.
That's the most exciting one. It looked like the Dominguez game.
Dominguez game. Oh, this is interesting here. So again, Dominguez, he spiced it up. He didn't have to go long castle. He could have played short castle, playable position, but he spiced it up by going long castle, and that shows his confidence here. And now we have some maneuvering going on, and of course he pushes the H-pawn. Mkhitaryan is trying to blockade F6. The point of F6, he wants to control the E5 square. He doesn't want the knight to jump on E5 because after he jumps on E5, he's going to try to go to C6, some kind of idea. So he wanted to just stop that permanently. And now he wants to play G5, H4, but B4 now by Mkhitaryan. And now he wants to play this tricky move, knight C5, sacrificing a knight. And if you capture, he takes back. But Dominguez just grabs the pawn. Okay, 6.5 minutes for Mkhitaryan, 4:47 for Dominguez, and he just grabbed the pawn.
Maybe like Queen A4 or something.
Queen A4, I think he's just going to return. So,
Wow, he takes.
okay, I don't see a very dangerous compensation here. So, I think
He's got to get
it's okay, you know.
that other rook in the attack or something.
Now the bishop on B2 is under attack, and he's got some G5, H4 ideas coming up.
Yeah, Dominguez. I mean, he's got two open files to his king, but he's got enough defenders over there.
Yeah, no, he's solid. It's going to be very hard to break through. And at the right time, he's going to play G5, H4. He's still going to try to attack. So keep that in mind. Bishop A3. Is there a trick with Bishop A3? No. Luckily, he can just take. So Bishop A3 here, he can just take Queen C7. This is very important because there could have been an unpleasant surprise, all right, so it looks like, he's gaining that time back here. And there's a huge matchups today. We have Hikaru playing, Grishuk is playing, Anish Giri, Eric Hansen. So everybody is a huge last round matchup here. So, of course, we're gonna focus on our match. But, it's the last round.
And Fortaseyev, former St. Louis Archbishop Vladimir Fortaseyev.
Fedoseev is playing as well, but for New York.
For New York this year.
New York, yes.
It was part of our bronze medal team in
Exactly,
2018.
2018. And now, let's take a look at this position. This is Fabiano is block, and he's down a pawn, Mike. Where did he sack the pawn? Wait a minute. Okay, so CD, he decided to take, and now, okay, I think White is probably doing okay after the opening, but knight d5, just sacrificing a pawn here, and now b3. Okay, it's...
But I trust Fabiano. If Fabiano thinks he had to,
Yeah.
or wanted
Yeah.
a more comfortable position,
He is
for his
ahead on the clock.
pieces,
He is ahead on the clock. That's an
Yes.
important plus. He's ahead on the clock, and he believes that he's gonna have enough compensation. So not easy. And as you can see, the clock is ticking. And there's only 2-second increments, so there's not that much time. So he's planning to remaneuver the knight on c5 and put pressure on b3 and put pressure on a4.
Yeah.
Bishop a1.
And I mean, Andre's pawns on the e file are double. They're not like the best pawns ever. So
Yeah.
I think he's got adequate
Yeah,
compensation.
absolutely.
You want to see what Dominguez is up to?
Dominguez, yeah, let's see.
That looks like the game of the
round.
it went.
Okay, so a couple of moves has been played. So queen a3, knight h4 played by Mkhitaryan trying to go to f5. And Dominguez defended it. And now Mkhitaryan is thinking about 4 minutes for Leinier, about the same 4 minutes for Mkhitaryan. Now he's pushing. He's pushing the strong knight back and e4. Oh, this is going to be a wild one. This is going to be Mkhitaryan is not backing down. He sacrificed the pawn. He continues to attack. So let's see if Leinier can figure out some good defense. Need to get some control. He's up a pawn. He just needs to control the position. So
knight f5, e4 activates
the bishop.
square bishop too,
Yeah.
and this is
Again, don't expect guys this to be a perfectly played game. It's just a fast-paced game. There will be some inaccuracies, but the person who makes the last mistake, the biggest mistake, is probably the one who's going to lose. Okay, so it's just they're not going to be able to play perfect chess with 3 minutes on the clock.
that's what makes the Pro Chess League so exciting,
Absolutely. So now rook fe1, and let's see, what do we have here? What can Leinier do here? I kind of want to bring this knight to e6 to get some more defenses.
Right, you need everybody over at the king's
Yeah.
side.
Just to make sure he is a minute down on the clock. So let's see what he can do. Leinier is an excellent defender. So he has proven that many, many times in the difficult positions. And even when he's really low on the clock, he can still play well. So we've seen him do that. Should we check Wesley?
Sure, yeah.
See if
See if there's any good news on
Okay,
the horizon.
so
here.
this, okay, what happened here? Some development happened here, and it looks like Wesley won a pawn. And now bishop c6 takes, queen c6, knight d5, knight f4 takes, rook a c8. So Wesley is up a pawn. Rook c3. Yeah, he's just up a pawn here, and then, okay, so now black is getting some activities here. So e4, d5. Now rook c8. Select chess. Tony Chen, our good friend here.
Yes.
So very exciting start so far.
Nice.
Yeah,
Man of
we'll
many
see.
hats.
Yeah, Tony. Yep. So now rook c8, and now what to do here? Hello.
What to do there?
Another visitor.
Another friend.
Photo moment.
Yeah. So it's the first round and Pro Chess League match. So
Oh, this is the first time actually.
it just started, yeah, just started. So Rook C8. I think Wesley is better here, Mike. Just need to
Good,
figure out a
good.
way to break.
We need a point or two.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, Black is trying to play some Rook C3, but still you have Rook D1 ideas. So
I love his position. Yes. So it's Wesley again.
Wesley against a young Brazilian grandmaster. So knight F4. So he's trying to put a knight on E6. Put a
Very
knight on
good.
E6 and try to create some chances.
Okay.
So-
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, knight F4, and now the idea to go to E6. And if you trade queens, then endgame he's going to be winning. So
So we do not expect that.
yeah, okay. They're both down to about 2.5 minutes, but I think Wesley is doing great.
Maybe queen to C2 or something.
Yeah, maybe Rook C3. I think he will just go Queen G4. Yeah, Rook C3. He'll play Queen G4, and he will get a queen on E6.
Or maybe queen to B2 or A2 and then preparing rook C2.
Yeah, it's possible. So now-
All right, I'll always listen to the grandmaster. All right, well, here we go. Rook C2.
Rook C2 is played. Yeah, he's trying to get some counterplay, but now, let's see here. Knight H5, he has a Queen E3 check. Okay, there is a threat now, Mike. There is a Queen E3 threat. This needs to be taken care of because Queen E3 check now is going to take the pawn on E4. So it's
Back to F3.
back to F3.
But then they can always repeat, I guess.
Yeah. Of course, Wesley has a draw anytime he wants here. He can play Queen E6, but he's going to try to figure out a way to win this. We know Wesley. He's going to try to push. Queen F3. Yeah, but this is the position we had, right? Queen F3,
Right. So.
Rook C2. Yeah.
Well, how does Black play if Queen E6?
Opponent flood.
So we won.
GM Supi. We're 2-0.
How do you
Sebastian.
flag in that position?
Sebastian.
All right, we're live again.
Live.
All right, we got some good news. Fabiano has
Won the game.
Yes.
And Wesley won as well.
On time.
So-
and as you see, Dominguez has less than 7 seconds, but according to VAR, he is winning. So.
Yeah, he might have a little bit spoiled it now, Mike, but
Oh, okay.
might be a draw this one.
We'll
We'll
take
take a draw. We'll take a draw. We're up by 2. Up by 2 already.
Yeah, just pin the knight and get on with the show.
Yeah. Draw is in a pocket here. The question is if he can win. He was winning earlier, but this one might have been escaped by Mkhitaryan. But we'll take a draw in this one. It's fine. We're happy to win 3-1 or 3.5. Let's see.
Just take the knight and get on with the show.
Yeah. Well, don't blunder the rook.
don't blunder the rook.
Just take the knight, Leinier. You're not gonna win this. Just take a knight and let's avoid any
Right.
accidents. Here.
Right.
So let's take a look quickly. If Jeffrey is in dominant position here. He's up a pawn. His king is on D7. So looks like a 3.5 here. Looks like a 3.5, Mike.
Love it.
Excellent
What
start.
a way to start. Yeah.
Excellent start to set the tone.
Yes.
To set the tone for a big victory here in this matchup here. So King C6, and now just getting ready to push the D pawn. Push.
Jeffery Xiong is
yeah.
obviously playing with the white pieces, and yep.
Yeah, just simply push. Push and okay, take the pawn. He wants to have 2 connected pass pawns, so he's taking more pawns. Okay, that's a little bit different approach.
Take the H pawn.
I
Take them all.
I would
Take
have
them
just pushed the pawns and queen, but he wants to just take all the pawns of Rafael Leitao.
all. Right, yeah. Just
Yes.
force him to
Another
design.
victory here.
So that's 3.
So now-
This, hopefully Dominguez.
Dominguez is still playing. My goodness. He doesn't want to give up a draw. He's hoping he can win this. Wow.
Could.
Wow. He's hoping that he can somehow win this, Mike.
I don't see how, but
I don't see either. I don't see either how he can win this. It looks like a draw, but so we have won all the matchups so far. So let's see here.
We're good.
Yeah, now it looks like this a pawn is going to come off the board. So
Just take it. Take it. Oh, they might get a draw this way. A
okay,
gentleman's draw. All right. So
we have a repetition, and Wesley's game ended kind of surprisingly because we were here, and it looks like his opponent just something happened. He just forgot to make a move. Yeah, because we don't have any more moves after Rook G1.
well, maybe he got disconnected or something.
Something must have happened with him. He got disconnected. But anyway, 3.5 for Archbishops.
Yeah. So we'll join us for round 2 coming up momentarily. But we'll be right back for that as the Archbishops are off to an amazing start.
A moment comes in chess when you need to test yourself at a different level.
Be surprised. Be intrigued. Be delighted. The World Chess Hall of Fame in St. Louis is nothing you'd expect and everything you love. 3 galleries highlight the history, culture, and creativity behind the game. Explore chess in ways you never imagined. It's a one-of-a-kind cultural institution where rare artifacts and world-class art play together. The World Chess Hall of Fame. Mind, art, experience.
Is that you, Mr. Matheny?
Can we get your autograph?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's pretty cool that you love chess so much. We love chess too.
I joined my school's chess program and got to meet a real-life grandmaster.
I got a trophy this big.
One time, I played a police captain after school and checkmated him in 27 moves.
Wow, I should be asking for your autographs. Check out all chess has to offer at stlouischessclub.org. The St. Louis Chess Club hosts the 2020 U.S. Championship and U.S. Women's Championship, April 8th through the 25th. These national championship events feature 12 of the strongest chess players in America. Competitors will battle for a combined prize fund of nearly $300,000, qualification into the World Championship cycle, and the coveted title of U.S. Champion. First round of play begins April 10th at the St. Louis Chess Club. Watch live at the club or at uschesschamps.com.
Welcome back to round 2 of the Archbishops versus Brazil. On this President's Day of all days, a holiday, and please invite your friends to join on with the celebration. We are up 3.5.
Half.
Oh, the half.
After the first round, and it was a very commanding victory. And both Jeffery won, Wesley, and Fabiano Leinier was also winning, but he slipped and gave away the half point. So again, magic number is 8.5.
8.5. Yeah,
to
that
get
gets
the
us
10 points.
That will get us our Western Division Championship, Archbishops. As I predicted, half, right,
Half.
for Dominguez.
Half for Dominguez
Yes.
in that round, but the next game he's white.
Yes.
And he's going to be pressing with white. We know that.
So let's see the round 2 pairings here for the Archbishops. So we'll have Fabiano with the white pieces
Against Mkhitaryan. And then we have Rafael Leitao with white against Wesley So. We have Grandmaster Supi white against Jeffery Xiong. And we have Leinier Dominguez against Andre Diamant.
Right. So as you see, luckily the logos have been altered. Okay. So luckily we have Caruana, Dominguez, Wesley, and Jeffrey on our team, the 2,700 plus squad.
Oh, the logos. You're right.
The logos are.
The logos are different, but
But trust me, we got whoever's the higher seed. That's who we got. We got the real deal, as we say in St. Louis. So let's see. Anybody that can even upset us this round. So they got their board 1 against our board 3, but our board 3 is Wesley So.
yeah, I think maybe Rafael Leitao will try to play solidly against Wesley So and try to get a half a point there. But again, if we're giving half a point, even a 1 point in this match, it's fine.
Right.
We already have such a huge lead. We just need to get to 8.5 and rack up more points after that, because once we win the division, then we're going to be first.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter how much more points you get.
And we'll get that. And we'll get
Yeah.
that
The
full
first-
point buy in the in the Pro Chess League playoffs. Yeah, if you're just joining in, big stakes on the line. We're trying to clinch our Western Division championship and then secure a first-round bye in the playoffs. And then we'll just need one victory in the playoffs to get to the Final Four in Oslo, Norway. Chess Party 2020 is what it's billed
May
as.
21st to the 24th.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend, yes.
Memorial Day weekend, absolutely. It should
Another
be
big holiday.
very, very exciting. So after this, we'll have a bye, and then we need one more win in the playoffs.
Just one
to
win
get,
in the playoffs to
get to the
there.
finals.
Yes, so
Absolutely,
so
should be
our
very
path
exciting.
should be easy. And good news for the Chicago Wind. Obviously, Chicago Wind has many Webster students on their team, and good news for them. They are beating Argentina 2.5 to 1.5, and the only team that can catch them are the UK Lions, and they are currently trailing 3-1. So against California. So it's looking like they will hold on to that 5th spot if things go their way, and they will join the playoffs. So congratulations to them and team manager Eric Rosen.
Okay. All right, so let's take a look. Do we have moves or not yet? So
We have some moves.
We have to do the same way. We're gonna go today, then we go Chess TV, and then from here we have to click on Archbishops.
Yes. Var knows the tricks now. He knows the tricks. Shout out to National Master Caleb Denby for teaching our producer.
Ben Simon.
And the rest of America now knows how to do that.
Okay, so we're following, Mike. We're following GM So, Jeffery X, Sebastian, which is Dominguez, and Fabiano Caruana.
Okay, yeah. Let's bring up all our team for the Archbishops that are going to share in the glory of our Western Division Championship. Let's check it out. Starting at the top, okay, obviously Fabiano Dominguez, Wesley, and Jeffrey are playing, but Liam Lee, former Webster student, actually went 4-0 1 week for us, and
Fantastic
really
player,
helped
yeah.
us.
Very strong player, yeah.
Benjamin Bach and Nicholas Theodoro, they got to
played
play
one match.
They got to play a game. Step in there, of course. Vor Akobian, 2-time world champion and MVP of our summer series.
Thank you.
And obviously, before there was the Pro Chess League, there was the U.S. Chess League. Vor, you were obviously instrumental in us beating Dallas and in the gauntlet to get us the 2014 championship. But you were also involved in other championships, I believe.
I
with
won
Seattle.
one championship with Seattle Sluggers.
Yeah, back in like
board one
09 or so.
Yeah, we won with Sluggers 1 year. I think we won in 2013.
Oh, 2013. Okay.
2014 already I switched to play.
Oh
for
yeah, so
Archbishops.
back-to-back championships.
Absolutely. Yeah. Back to back. Yep.
All right.
And we're off. We're off to the game, and here we have Wesley So against Grandmaster Leitao.
All right.
So Wesley chooses the sharp Ragozin.
Yes, he's not afraid. He's not afraid of their board one.
He's not afraid to he goes for the sharp Ragozin. And let's see now. Let's see what's going to happen. So Wesley is very well prepared in theory, and Leitao is already thinking, Mike. He's trying to figure out what to do. Perhaps he is not as confident in this opening. So now E3 was played, so Wesley can jump in with knight E4 if he wants to. He can also play for example, bishop D7 ideas.
Yeah.
So he just castled. Now queen C2 backed by Rafael Leitao. Rook E8. Rook E8 is idea to prepare to break with E5 at some point. So A3 questioning Wesley's bishop, and now he has to choose what to do, either take on C3 or retreat with the
D6
bishop.
probably.
Yeah, he decided to take.
I
You know, simplify the position a little bit. So now.
So I used to have a series called Beginner Breakdown, and one of the themes I always stressed was don't block in your bishop. And you see, both of these grandmasters have blocked in their bishop. So, hopefully, Wesley's got the idea of E5 to release it, but I don't know how White's going to deal with his dark squared bishop. Maybe he'll play b4 and bishop b2.
Yeah, probably he's going to play because the diagonal is already blocked with the pawn on it, so he's probably going to play b4 and put the bishop on b2 here. So should we switch to the next game here?
Yes.
So this is the game we have Jeffery Xiong block against Grandmaster Supi here. And we have a Caro-Kann defense. Sharp Caro-Kann is played h4. White is trying to be very aggressive, and Jeffrey meets him with h5. Doesn't want to allow any space. And e6. So this is interesting opening here. We have that's a very solid opening choice by Jeffrey. Again, we just need to make sure we control the match. We get to the 8.5, secure the victory, and then we can, in a final match, we can try to do wild things if needed. But otherwise, just the most priority one is to secure the 8.5 points to get that 10 points to clinch the first place.
Right. I mean, we're obviously favored in all 16 matches today, and we've been heavy favorites in all the matches. But as I tell all the players, just get to that 8.5. We don't need to run up the score because we have a perfect season. If we have a perfect season, win every game, we'll be champions, and that's exactly what we've done all season. So
there were
just
one
stick
or
with
two
the program.
close matches, right? We were in.
Yes, very close against the Chicago Wind.
Chicago Wind gave us a
we only
lot
won
of
by
trouble.
1 point, yes.
Gave us a lot of trouble, Chicago Wind.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah.
But it'd be nice to see them in the Final Four because they've been one of the elite teams in the league, but they've always had to go through us to get to the Final Four,
and they lost to us.
And
usually,
unfortunately, they lost both times to us. Well, they were eliminated on draw odds one year, and then last year we eliminated them. But now they don't have to go through us to get to the Final Four.
But they would have to beat a couple of strong teams to get to
yes,
Oslo.
They will have to.
They'll have to defeat a couple of strong teams to book those tickets to Oslo.
They'll have to win too, but it'd be fun to see Eric Rosen and maybe Ilya Nishnik,
the brain.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of cool. Yeah. And they have a Ram Akobian as well.
A Ram Akobian.
Yes, who finished third place behind Var in the $1,000 Blitz for the Cup.
Yeah, that was a strong tournament.
Yeah. 4 Grandmasters participated in a tournament Saturday night. Var came in second behind Alexander Lenderman, who is also on the Chicago.
Yeah.
Ben Simon has logged out of his account. He must have been another technical difficulties.
Okay, we need to log in back.
We'll log in.
Okay.
It's just that easy.
You have to log in there.
And with no rating cap this year, to round out who our squad is, we also had some board 4s on our team that unfortunately did not get to play this year because of the no rating cap. That included last year's hero, Julian Prolico, Josh Bloomer, Dorsa, and Nicholas Rosenthal, who was instrumental in helping us win in 2017.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Me and Var and Rosenthal were all at the chess house, and then in that overtime win against Montreal.
Chess Bros. That was a close one.
It was a double overtime.
We had to win 3-1 to tie the match, which we did.
Yes, by the skin of our teeth. Yes. And that got us, and that propelled us to the championship against Norway, led by Magnus, and we.
But they still couldn't stop us.
They couldn't. Yeah. Destiny was on our side after that.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the games. Let's see. Dominguez is playing.
Dominguez is white against Diamant here, and we have a Sicilian.
Look at this, he's castling.
Another castling Kuitsa. Looks like he's gonna castle there every round. All right, so Bishop takes A7, and he's trying to just blockade and. King P1, solid play by Dominguez, and now he wants to double up the rooks, put pressure on D6, maybe play A4.
Yeah, I like how Dominguez is playing. Just go for it, because obviously we have to leave, unfortunately, a 2,700 home if we make it to the Final Four, right? Because we have 5 of them. So
question is, who will be? Yeah.
Right. So we have Fabiano, Wesley, Jeffrey, Liam Lee, and Dominguez. Fabiano and Wesley are going for sure, obviously.
They're for sure going.
Jeffrey's going for sure.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's like, who do you play, Dominguez or
Liam Lee?
That's a good problem to have, but the way Dominguez is going for it today, I mean, he's playing some inspiring chess, And,
Aggressive chess.
Aggressive chess. He wants it. He
Yeah.
wants it. He wants
He
this
wants
division
it. He
championship.
wants to make the cut.
Right, yeah, so I like it.
Yeah, he is playing very aggressive, definitely. Look at that pressure he's putting on. He's just basically completely squeezing the amount here. He cannot play d5, he cannot play b5, he cannot play a4, he cannot do anything, Mike.
Right, yeah.
Black cannot do anything, it seems like. You know, he can even play a4, fix more, and then start to play g4, h4, g5. I mean, it's very, very, very difficult position here. And looks at the clock. Look at the clock. 8 minutes for Dominguez. 5 and
Well, when you
half.
have no moves, all you can do is sit there, right?
Yeah, 5.5 for Diamant in a very difficult position here. So I don't know what is Andre going to do. Very tough spot he is in, Mike. Let's take a look maybe at Fabiano's game.
All right, Fabi.
Fabi's white, and he's playing Mkhitaryan. And again, he's down upon Mike. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, Fabi knows what he's doing. Always trust Fabiano.
Okay, okay, what happened here? Okay, some sharp long castle. And Mkhitaryan is not backing up too. He's pushing. So Fabiano trying to attack here and dropped the pawn on f2. And now he decided to trade queens, and b3 here played by Mkhitaryan, and I think this might be a good sign. This is, let's see if he can try to. Okay,
Instant take back.
now he, back to equality. As far as the pawn structure is ruined for black and for white as well here. I think he will play king c2 here, Mike, just to secure.
That's what I was thinking he was going to play, but then I was looking at rook a2.
Yeah, but look at the clock differential here. 8.5 for Caruana versus 4.5 for Mkhitaryan. And you know that's going to be a factor. Fabi always plays fast, and that's going to be a serious factor in this game. So now I think he will play g4 to secure the f5, and then he will be able to play rook a4. So he's going to hopefully hope for the trade so he can fix those weakened pawns.
Interesting, yes.
So rook a4, with take, pawn takes a4. So we'll see. Yeah, it's probably about equal here still, but I think with the clock situation, I like our chances here. I like Fabiano to win this one. The chances. So let's look at this. So here we have peace sacrifice has occurred in a Jeffery Xiong game, and this is completely wild here. What's happening here? Let's take a look. So bishop g5, more or less solid position. Jeffery played f6, and Grandmaster Supi sacrifices the bishop.
You might as well. I mean, it's last game of the season. Why hold back?
And
Brazil is eliminated from all.
And he's going for
contention.
glory here.
Yes, always get that glory.
Threatening 97, so
Yes,
Jeffery had to
winning
defend.
the queen, a family fork as they call it.
Now 3 pawns, Mike. That's huge. That is a strong compensation. Queen f3 threatening queen f7 check now.
Very.
Jeffery has to play the only move, and now Supi takes it. Bishop e7 and knight e6 takes. Now attacking the knight. Jeffery just needs to get some control of the position here. Things are very loose here, and Supi took queen d5, and now Jeffery is behind on the clock, but I think he's got a good position here.
Oh, I like it. Queen to c6.
Queen to c6, and if he goes queen b3, maybe queen to c2. Just exchange the queens. Just exchange the queens.
Oh, queen. Queen c2 might run into queen takes b7. Then it really gets wild. It's gonna be tough.
Maybe he can play queen b6, perhaps. Okay, queen c6 is played. Trying to exchange the queens, Mike. So now, if the queens come off the board, I like Jeffrey's chances. Queen b6.
Yes. That's why we gotta get him out of here. Yeah. Okay. So he did follow our plan.
Yeah, there is a little, you know, if queen d5, there might be some repetition here. Queen c6. But
Draw is okay.
draw is okay.
Especially
Draw is
with
okay.
your king as unsafe as he is.
Draw, it's not a bad result. We're up by so much. Draw is not a bad result
Our
here.
board 4 against their board 2. We'll take it. We'll take
absolutely. So let's take a look at the next game here. Wesley So black against Rafael Leitao, and I like Wesley's position already. He's got a complete control of the D file, and he's got a nice position here. So some exchanges have occurred, and again, the bishop, you cannot develop the bishop that easily. You probably have to play the move e4, but then there is a rook d3.
There he goes.
e4 is played.
It's on the board. What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
It's actually not threatening anything. That's funny.
Yeah. So
Because of the pawn's in a pin.
yeah, probably knight b3. Yeah. And he leaves it there. Now bishop e3 will play by Rafael Leitao, and it's probably about equal. You know, at some point I think Wesley is going to try to play c5, c4 to cement the position of that knight. So clocks are about equal as well here. So balanced game, fairly balanced here. Let's take a look at Dominguez's game. He has so much pressure here. Wow, what do we have here? Looks like Diamant decided to sacrifice the exchange.
Yes. Yeah,
So he took. Wow.
But why did he take back with the
Pawn take.
and not the rook?
That's a good question. I think he was worried about the d5 break. d5, d4 break he was worried about. So he took with this, a4, queen c7, c4.
White looks a-okay to me.
No, yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's just have to be accurately just trade. Now, from now on, every trade is going to be Leinier closer. He's got a huge time advantage on the clock, which is a factor here. So he's got extra exchange as well. He's got almost 3 minutes more on the clock. You just got to figure out the way to get this knight into the game. I'm thinking maybe to play a3, put the rook on c3 and knight d3, or he decided to take.
Maybe it was afraid of knight c5, maybe.
Perhaps. But now, how to defend a c4 pawn, Mike? This is the problem. c4 pawn is loose.
How about rook d5?
Positional.
Straighten up your pawns, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
just sacrifice the exchange back.
I mean, it's not out of question. I don't think he'll do it, but it's not out of question here. In the meantime, let's see if Fabiano. How is Fabiano doing? He's already pressing here. He's got a dominating knight on e4. The pawn structure, it's about 5 pawns each, but the knight on e4 is superior. So now Fabiano can double up the rooks to make sure he's not losing the h pawn, and then he can go king c4, slowly try to build up here. So I think he's got good chances here. I would go king c4 now. Some potential to double up the rooks as well here. Like, rook h2 and rook g2.
Right, so are we going to get our rooks off the h file and onto the g file?
At some point, yes. At some point. But first he wants to secure the d3. He might even consider, trying to get rid of the b4 pawn, by playing b5. It's very hard to win this position. Very, very hard to win, but if anybody can do it, it's Fabiano. So let's see. If anybody can do it, it's going to be him. Because he can figure out, he can maneuver.
Yes.
This position. Now maybe b5. I'm thinking b5 here might get rid of the weakness, And then I don't know if there's other plans, but he is pushing. He is pushing Mkhitaryan here because he's okay. Now he has to play b4. There we go. Now back to c4, and now at the right moment he's going to double it up. Maybe rook h2.
Rook is loose now. Our rook can be loose.
Maybe rook h2. Maybe one rook on h2, and then do some double up on the g file. Prepare that.
All right.
He's doing the other way,
which is weird because
he doesn't have the a1 square, so I'm just wondering why is he doing it that way. Yeah, so he perhaps he wants to put a rook on g6. b5 played, okay.
Very ambitious.
Okay, now this rook is going to start giving some checks, though. Rook c2. He's getting ready to play king d5 and x-ray attack. Bishop b6 by Mkhitaryan.
Protecting the c7 pawn here.
And now he wants to go rook a4. He wants to get some activities.
I think we have a result on the board. Wesley So has drawn.
Wesley So has drawn against Rafael Leitao.
So our slow march to 8.5 has begun.
He's begun. So now we're at 4 points. 4 points now. 4-1 at the moment. We're 4.5 points away from clinching the victory
and the
division championship. So let's take a look now. Let's take a look. Rook d6 is played. Dominguez decided to sacrifice the exchange back. Like, decided that it's easier for him to play this position than deal with these two strong bishops. And I think I like this decision. I like this decision to simplify the position. He will have the control of the d file, and I think he's.
And I've got great news. If we do win, we will be. Look at that. Do you see how many people are watching now, Ben Simon? Ben Simon. Yeah. We hit our number to continuing to broadcast, to bring the broadcast to the people. So we will be broadcasting our quarterfinal matchup sometime in March.
Fantastic.
Date to be determined.
Fantastic, fantastic. The numbers are growing.
The numbers are growing.
Our audience.
Thank you, audience.
Thank you to everybody for watching.
Yes.
And again, this is a relatively new channel. It's a new, so it's, but it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to grow, and we appreciate.
With our new IT boss, Jonathan Schranz, we might take over the internet, hopefully.
Absolutely.
He's got grand plans. So.
With Jonathan in charge, I think it's going to grow so big, this channel, and competition, watch out. Huh?
Right, yes. All our fans on chess.com, Danny Wrench, and all the great people at the Pro Chess League, we're happy to spread the word. All right.
Now, let's take a look here. The one pair of rooks got swapped here, and now I think this is becoming more clear now what is Fabiano going to do. He's going to try to break with h6, and now he's maneuvering his king to c6. So black cannot move the rook from h file because of h6 is coming up. So now the king d5 is coming, king c6, and I think it's going to get harder and harder for Sevak Mkhitaryan to defend this position.
Yes.
So,
all right. Fabiano's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's just getting it done. That's, he's just squeezing it and getting it done and getting the win here. So,
do you like Fabiano's chances in the candidates?
Absolutely. That's the next big tournament that's going to be happening, and we will be covering this tournament. There will be a commentary for it, and it's going to be absolutely. Fabiano Caruana is the favorite by many. Even Garry Kasparov mentioned him and Dingleren as the two guys who will likely to win this. So definitely, he's a favorite, and we hope to see him do well and win it again.
yes, back to back.
It's hard. It's very hard to win it once, but winning back to back, it's going to be very hard. But I think he's in great shape. His recent performance in Vejkanze proved it.
Excellent. Yes. It's almost unfortunate that Fabiano has to play in the candidates and they can't just let him into the championship. But I think he deserves it. That's for
All
sure.
right, we have some exciting stuff happening on this board. Is Zupi against Jeffery Xiong, and
Jeffrey,
things
still up that piece. He's still up that piece.
things are hanging. Things are messy here. Question is,
and look at Jeffrey's time just dwindle.
He's got to move, Mike. He's got to rook f7. Rook f7. He's got knight f8 he plays. My goodness, what's happening here? He's under a lot of pressure here.
Okay, queen's coming to f7 probably, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But let's see here. Perhaps he's hoping for one inaccuracy from Grandmaster Zusi,
Oh, e6 stops queen f7.
Yeah.
Rook c5. Queen c. Yeah, there you go. Knight interposes. 3 seconds. Jeffery. He takes it. Desperation. Big check. And I don't see a follow. Big check. Rook takes. Oh, and that'll be mate.
It's a mate with a pawn. Wow.
You can't win them all. You can't
win them all.
And
That's
remember,
all right.
Jeffrey is our board 4, playing against their board 2, so...
It was a wild one. This was a wild affair here. A lot of action, a lot of things.
So we got to watch out for Soupy.
Soupy.
He's going for it. He's playing.
Yeah,
for
he
keeps.
attacked. He sacked the piece. So I don't know if Jeffrey should have let this happen. He could have had a little bit more solid approach, perhaps.
Right.
But it happened. But let's concentrate on other games. Let's see if... okay, Fabiano is just cruising here. There is no doubt that he's going to convert this into a victory here.
Yes.
So,
He did your H6 idea. So,
H6, yeah. He broke with H6 and, yeah, swap the rooks, get a pass pawn. Yeah, this is just no chance here. This is going to be a pretty easy win here.
And then 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Yeah, this one's in the books.
Yes. This one will be in the books. And now, simply king goes to C6. And now, yeah, this is important not to blunder anything here, yeah? So it's, but let's really quickly switch to Dominguez game. Well, this one is going to be a while.
Andre Diamant.
Dominguez is playing Diamant, and as you can see, this game is over simply. C7, and Dominguez is bringing the point home here.
Yeah, just take the pawn.
Confidently, and
big check coming up on. Yep.
And he wins the game.
Doesn't even bother. Yeah.
He wins the game, and that gives us another point.
5-2.
5-2 at the moment here.
So,
5-2 at the moment.
I guess
and
all that's going on now is
Fabiano is the only one, and we need a full point there as well to feel safe and secure.
Right. Yes. To get that division championship.
We would like to clinch this match with 1 round to spare.
Yes, that's always a good.
I know you like that when we secure it, you know.
It's happened very often this season.
With 1 round to spare. So the question is how to win this position without giving too much counterplay, yeah? So, so need a plan, need a good plan here. So the question is...
Oh, well, no, maybe I don't have it. Oh, threatening the big fork.
Yeah, I feel like this is correct. And yeah, and now just king f6. It's a suksavang. King f6 puts him in a suksavang here.
Yes,
because now if the king moves, you have e7 checking, e6, bishop moves, you grab c7, and now he gets it with the e7 check. King e6, unstoppable mate, and that will give us another win.
Yes.
Bravo.
Look on that board, knight f6 mate.
Knight f6 mate, and if bishop c3, knight c7 mate.
Right, yeah.
Mate in one, and that puts us, in a 6 points right there. 2.5 points away from clinching the division title.
Right now. Yes.
Absolutely. So now we are very, very close. Despite Jeffrey dropping a point in that game, we still managed to win with 2.5 points. Again, huge lead here, 6-2. Very, very close. You know, hopefully we can clinch this in the next round.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Looking around the league, Chicago Wind is up 5-2 on Argentina. Canada Chess Bros 5.5 to 2.5 against Hikoro and the New York Marshals.
Wow.
California Unicorns led by former Archbishop
Dario Schwirks.
Yes.
Schwirks, yeah.
They're cruising against the UK Lions 6.5, 1.5, and of course the Archbishop 6-2 against Brazil.
Commanding lead with 2 rounds to go.
Yes.
Let's see, who is our best performer so far? Let's take a look. So we have, looks like Fabiano won his both games. Dominguez has 1.5.
Wesley should have 1.5.
Wesley has 1.5. That's 3. Jeffrey has 1. So Fabiano Caruana, perfect score so far. 2-2.
He's got the candidates coming up as we mentioned, and
he's training.
Yeah. And but he plays.
He shows the commitment.
He played every game last year and 6 of the 7 this year. So hats off to Fabiano. Hopefully he'll play in our quarterfinal match. But that's
quarterfinal match, yes.
That's going to be right before the candidates.
Yeah, hopefully, and then finals after the candidates. We were hoping, for that. Absolutely.
Yes.
Here we have it. Let's see here.
Okay.
And logos have been changed.
Yay!
Yes. Logos have been changed. So as you see, Wesley drew. Jeffrey unfortunately dropped a point there. It was the wild game. But we have Fabiano coming through and Leinier Dominguez securing the 2.5 points in this match. And with a huge lead, 6-2, we are hoping that we're going to clinch the victory and division in the next round, in round number 3.
With a round to spare.
Absolutely. Very, very exciting games. And I think we can start in a couple of more minutes.
Yep. We'll start. This is like the halftime of the Pro Chess League.
Yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out today. Maybe there's a live game going on.
Live game
with in another game in the Pro Chess League.
Yeah, we can take a look at this.
It looks like it's all. All settled. Chicago's up 6-2. Canada now 5.5, 2.5
against New York. That's a big score.
York, yeah,
that's a big score.
Especially in the standings. We will be right back in 3 minutes to unveil round 3.
The St. Louis Chess Club hosts the 2020 U.S. Championship and U.S. Women's Championship, April 8th through the 25th. These national championship events feature 12 of the strongest chess players in America. Competitors will battle for a combined prize fund of nearly $300,000, qualification into the World Championship cycle, and the coveted title of U.S. Champion. First round of play begins April 10th at the St. Louis Chess Club. Watch live at the club or at uschesschamps.com.
7 of the Pro Chess League. I am the manager of the St. Louis Archbishops, Michael Kummer, and alongside me, Grandmaster Akobian.
Hi, everybody.
We are currently up 6-2 at halftime against Brazil. If we win, of course, we will clinch the Western Division Championship, securing a first-round bye in the Pro Chess League playoffs. And we'll just need one win to get to Oslo, Norway, May 21st through the 24th in the Final Four. So hopefully we can do it. And we got pairings for round 3. Pairings are coming up, and with the correct graphics. All right, we have our board 1, Fabiano, against their board 2, who actually won a game last round.
Soupy.
Soupy. And then we got board 2, Dominguez, against their number 1 seed,
Rafael Leitao.
And now we have Jeffery Xiong, our board 4, playing their board 3.
Mkhitaryan.
And then, they used to be
teammates
at Webster, so maybe they
know each other, yes.
Wesley against Andre
Diamant against Wesley. So again, we're heavy favorites in all the matchups.
Yes. Yeah.
But this is a round where we really need to get to 2.5 points to secure the match victory.
So if we get 8.5, we'll secure an extra 10 bonus points, and then we'll be the champions. Because Canada cannot catch us as long as we win today. And we had to win, because then we'll be the champions. So it's very important that we win, and the game should be getting underway
momentarily.
very
Absolutely.
soon.
And again, this is all for the qualification to the finals. For finals will be in May.
Yeah, in Oslo, Norway. It will be Chess Party 2020, they bill it. Magnus Carlsen will be there. Win, lose, or draw. Fabiano and Wesley will also be there alongside Hammer and all the chess.com
commentary
guys. I'm sure Danny will be there. Botez, Anna
Rudolph.
They'll all be there, and hopefully I'll be there. And who knows? Maybe the whole team can go.
All right. Yeah.
Charter a whole plane down there. Sky's
Awesome.
the limit. Yeah, that'd be great. Great reward to the season. So book your tickets now. It's gonna be a blast. It looks like Canada Chess Bras, like the Chess Bras, will be down there. That was very exciting. Last year we got to go to San Francisco. Back-to-back years actually we got to go to San Francisco. But last year it was even more fun because we won. Obviously, we got the gold medal. And but a lot of fans of the Chess Bros were there too, and they kind of adopted us as the team, and it was a lot of fun. Fabi had a cheering crew too. Kristen Sharilla and Alejandro Ramirez were down there cheering them on, and
Awesome.
it was a lot of fun.
And we won.
And we won.
That's the
yes.
key. We got the bronze. Unluckily, we had the bronze.
We got the bronze last year, and then
In 2018, we were dominant, but we couldn't get our top players.
right, unfortunately. But in 2019, we got the gold medal.
There
First
we
place.
go.
As Caleb Denby says, don't leave home without it, right?
World Championship, gold medal.
World champions, yes. So that was a lot of fun last year, and hopefully back-to-back.
Back to back, yeah.
But as I said, our expectations for the season were just one thing: just get to the Final Four, because the Final Four is a totally different animal. It's live chess. Yeah. If you haven't been down there, if you weren't lucky enough to go to San Francisco the last couple years, this is live chess. They're playing on the computer, but they're like facing off at the same table on their computer, and they're wearing these noise-canceling headphones. So the spectators, it's unlike any chess event you've ever been to. Var got to play in 2018, and it's a lot of fun. There's big movie screens that show the live position on the board, and you can cheer, you can boo, you can laugh at their moves. Julian played some speculative moves on the day one, and it was like, Julian. But then he got to be the hero.
Hero.
And he got the game-clinching win against the Baden-Baden team.
Baden-Baden, yeah.
Yeah,
Baden-Baden somehow made it, and they won.
Right, yeah. You know, Baden-Baden, yeah, they got a huge upset against the Pandas.
Pandas. How they beat Pandas? Eh?
It went to overtime, and luckily, because we were a little late for the match. All right, but as I ramble on, as past glory, we got glory on the board.
The current glory.
As we are current glory, yeah. As Dominguez will play with
White against Leitao, and we have a Sicilian, sharp Sicilian defense. So let's see now.
And Dominguez has been playing aggressive chess today, so
He's been long castling.
long
Both
castle.
can.
So
Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna repeat now.
Ready? Going to D2.
Let's see. I think he's getting ready. He's getting ready to go long
He
castle.
doesn't care if that C file is open. He's going. He's
I
going.
feel like he wants to go long castle again.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, it's a very, very exciting. So let's see here.
So yeah, well, welcome to the holiday weekend, President's Day. Invite your friends to join the stream, join the chat, have some fun. Hello to Peter Van Duncan. Thanks for watching.
All right, let's take a look at this game. So again, Supi is dangerous. We saw that Supi, he won a game. So and Fabiano, he's playing a sharp Sicilian against Fabiano, and Fabiano decided it's time to attack.
Why not?
And push the H pawn. Let's go. And bishop e7 by Supi. The question is if Fabiano is going to go h5 as well here, or he's gonna play bishop e2 and g4, some different kind of approach, you know. So bishop g5, queen d3, and I can see he's gonna castle.
All right, so Fabiano's he's must have been following Dominguez's game and seeing how much fun he's been having with the long castle. And this C file is open. If you don't know what you're doing, I do not advise this for players that are non-experts.
Yeah, it's really sharp, so you gotta make sure you put your king on b1 to the safety. But yeah, sharp stuff, but fun stuff. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's what the Pro Chess League is about. It's professional, rapid, online chess. It's supposed to be fun, and Brazil has nothing to lose.
I mean, absolutely nothing to lose for them, and they're playing us, one of the strongest teams in the league, and they want to show the best they can capable of.
Right. Unlike in previous years, there's no like relegation. So if you finish like last, you're not going to be relegated to do the play-in again. Brazil's in the league. They'll be in the league next year.
Is the same way? Is it going to be, or are there going to be more teams added, or what they're trying to do?
Who knows? They do a wrinkle every year. Like in this year, they reduced the time control from game 15
to game 10
plus 2 second increment, and they got rid of the
rating cap.
So
yeah,
you know, sky's the limit. You never know what Danny Wrench and Greg Shahadi, who runs the league, have in mind for next year.
Fantastic.
Hopefully it will get bigger and better. And
all right, let's take a look at Jeffery Xiong game, and he's black and he's playing faster. That's very good already. He's playing faster. He's not falling behind on the clock, and he's playing more solid.
Yes,
which is good too.
So as Jeffery Xiong, believe it or not, is our board 4 at 2,700 plus. But his pairings get easier as the game goes. He starts against their top 2 boards, and now he's playing their
So he's black against Mkhitaryan here, and he's got 2 minutes advantage on the clock already, and he's got pressure on c4 as well, Mike. And e4 is hanging too.
And his king
I think it's looking good. King is safe.
That's
no the previous game, I didn't like it that much because I think he allowed too much. You know. The solidity wasn't there in that game, and then it kind of backfired. So we dropped the point, but it's fine.
Yeah, you live and learn.
Yeah, but now we are pressing. We're pressing, and Jeffrey's pressing here. On e4, on c4, pieces are well developed. Mkhitaryan is slightly uncomfortable already.
That's good.
And now, probably knight d2 would be the move to secure both pawns, and then a6, preparing some b5 break perhaps.
So we like Jeffrey's chances.
Absolutely.
All right. What else we got going on?
And then we have Wesley So. He's playing with the black pieces against his former teammate from Webster, Andre Diamant. And we have, looks like an English defense. And Andre went for the break, and Wesley tried to lock the position. You got some space advantage. I like his position. I like the space. I like this bishop is being shut down on g2. Not so clear how it's going to come into the game, so I like it. I really like what Wesley is doing so far. He's got a very, very good control of the position. Bishop b4. Diamant gives the bishop. And now Wesley has the control of the two bishops, which is an advantage as well. I'm not sure about this last decision to give up the bishop. The c3 square is weakened as well here.
d3?
I don't know. He was worried, but c3 square is weakened as well here. So I like this position for Wesley very much. Now, and so we looked at Jeffery, and let's go back to this Dominguez. And of course, he did it again. He did it again. Third game in a row. Dominguez castles long, and of course King b1 because Black was threatening a very tricky Bishop g5 to win the queen. But of course Dominguez plays a safety move.
Now he's on that open B file. Rook b8 coming up, I think.
He is taking a lot of chances, I have to say.
Right. He must have got the memo. Like, if you wanna go to the final four, no more quick, easy draws.
So I guess he should play Bishop e2 and they try to prepare some g4, h4, g5 ideas. You know, something like that. Bishop e2.
Get some counterplay.
And then go g4, h4, g5, and press. So this is kind of ideas that I would consider for him in this position. He is 2 minutes behind on the clock. So he needs to speed it up a little bit here. And try to put the pressure on Leitao.
So it looks like Black's idea will be Rook b8, maybe
Rook b8,
c5.
Queen e7, castle. c5, it's possible, but also at the same time it weakens the d5 score, so it needs to be more careful.
D5, yeah, I gotcha. Well, maybe Bishop e6 then.
Yeah, perhaps Bishop e6 and then c5. So, Bishop c5. Wow, look at that move.
So obviously
Bishop e7?
Pawns in a pin. But
perhaps Bishop e7, right? Perhaps Bishop e7, but then he can just play something like Bishop e2.
Interesting. So
yeah, he can just play Bishop e2.
But did he have to do this?
No, I mean he can repeat, of course, also. I don't think he's going to repeat. I don't think he's going to try to make a draw with the white pieces.
Right.
Yeah. Bishop e2. There we go. And now I think Black should castle. Black should castle, and there is a tactic of Queen takes e5, but then Black takes D takes e5. Okay, he didn't want any of that, so he played Queen c7.
Okay, so now his bishop is he's got to retreat that bishop. So we're getting another defender over on the king side. Or queen side, actually. So now castles, and now it's time for the pawn pushes on the king's side, it looks like, for Dominguez. G4 or H4? Which one you got?
Well, I think G4 is interesting. G4, H4, but it's very sharp though. I mean, it's kind of double-edged because, like I said, the B file is open. There is some potential for Black to organize the attack there as well. So,
all right.
So let's take a look at another game while we're waiting on this one.
We got Fabiano. Good. Let's see what
Fabiano against Supi.
All right.
All right, so the queens came off the board here. Interesting. So
now, what do you think about this chess variant? I had a really cool name for it, but I forgot what it is. So as you see in a couple of these games, we're castling on the opposite side.
Opposite side, yeah.
So I devised the game. I haven't actually played it yet, but you have to castle. You can't castle on the same side as your opponent. Okay. So like if I castle king side, you can either keep your king in the center
or castle queen side.
Or castle queen side, or manually castle, get your king over there. But I mean, as you see it, it's a whole different element to the chess games where you get more decisive results. But I think it might be too much of an advantage for white because you can just play, knight f3, g3, bishop g2, castle. But it's just something to think about. So, if you're bored and want to play a chess variant, you can try that one.
Yeah, knight d2, and now f4. So, of course, Fabiano wants to put the pawn on f3, but Supi does it himself to get that f4 square for the rook. Now g5. And it's not so simple.
Oh, well, I've got some ideas. How about rook d3, rook h3, and get that pawn?
Yeah, well, that's probably what he's going to do. You will, we might lose on g5 there, but I think that's probably what's going to happen here. Because black wants to take, and put a bishop on h4 to create his own counterplay.
Maybe Fabiano just wants to get his king on d3. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see what the second best player
in the world will come up with. Absolutely.
And hopefully that will all change.
And we have Jeffery Xiong here in a commanding position here. Extra pawn for Jeffery. He's got, I think he outplayed his opponent here. His opponent took on e5. Remember, we were thinking here, and Jeffery played b5. Breaking open the position here. Takes. By the way, if you take with a pawn, the knight e4 was very powerful. So he took, and now he goes bishop b6. And now the bishop is under attack, but he can play something like queen b7 and attacking the pawn on g2. So there should be no problem here for Jeffery to convert his upper pawn. And
we have a result on the board.
Wow, crushing victory by Wesley So here. Let's just see how it happened. So after a3, we questioned the bishop before decision. Looks like a dubious decision, giving Wesley two bishops. And you know what Wesley will do when he has two bishops? He will open up the position. Look at that move, c5, opening up the position. Diamant cannot take, the knight is hanging, and now Wesley just opened it up. Now black is just winning here. Queen b6. And Diamant resigns because if he takes, Wesley gonna go knight c3, queen d2, and a fantastic tactic, queen d4 takes, knight e2 check. It's only a pawn, but it's just a hopeless position. And Diamant threw in the towel, and that gives Archbishop 7 points.
7 points, so 1.5
points away
from a perfect regular season and a Western Division title. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely fantastic play by Wesley. 2.5 out of 3. 2.5. He's been very stable. He's been very stable throughout the whole season.
Yes, of course. Yeah, he was our co-MVP with you in 2017. Yes. He like almost never even lost a game, or
no, he was fantastic.
I don't think he ever did lose a game.
He was fantastic. Yeah.
Many 4-0 performances, leading the way in 2017 to our inaugural championship, and then we were lucky enough to win again in 2019. And of course, the Summer Series.
Summer Series as well, yeah.
Led by Var, leading the fans in the regular season.
So this is the game of Leitao, Dominguez and Leitao. 3.5 minutes for Dominguez and 4:47 for Leitao, and still a struggle. Still a struggle here. And Dominguez has good development, but not an easy way to break through. Not a concrete plan here. Mike, what do you think? Not a concrete way to do anything here. Perhaps maybe he needs to put a rook back on f1 and sacrifice on f6 to damage that structure.
Well, yeah, if rook f1...
Maybe he'll go king h8.
Yeah.
And then take on f6.
Just do it anyway.
To open up the position, to expose that king.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like fire with fire. All right. So does black have ideas of like c4 here? Or?
Yeah. Black probably wants to play c4. There's a possibility of dropping the bishop back on e7 if you play rook f1. So there is an idea there as well. So knight c3 play by Dominguez, aiming to put a knight on d5, but I expect c4. I anticipate c4 here. Flom Lei Tao.
All right. Well,
Very sharp,
put them
very
to the
sharp.
test. Put them to the test.
Very sharp here. Let's see what Fabiano came up with. So they swapped everything, and now he has the nice advantage here. So
once again,
So
he's got
he
the
took-
knight against the bishop in the end game.
and the swap has occurred, and they're trading rooks. So this is a clear advantage, and he's right on time to stop black from playing the move d5 and fixing those weaknesses with c4. And this is I think, a nice advantage for Fabiano. Maybe with a perfect play, Grandmaster,
Can hold on.
Supi can hold on, but it's not so easy. So I expect Fabiano to try to press this very hard and try to get the
full point.
the
Who's
victory.
going to get the match clincher?
Absolutely. So, again, we need 8.5. We're at 7 right now. So we need 1.5 points out of the remaining 3 games to seal the deal.
Yes. And this is live. These games are being played over on chess.com. You can follow all the games live if you know the trick, or you can just follow these guys and watch the games live as well. And of course, chess.com/TV. I'm sure Danny Wrench is on there, But we're happy that we have 178 people watching.
Fantastic.
on
Thank you,
this
guys.
holiday.
Yeah. So the point is to go bishop d1. I think Leinier wants to go bishop d1, and if capture is occurred on b3, he wants to take back with a bishop on b3.
Nice.
So he
There
wants
it
to be
is.
solid. He wants to remain solid. So, yeah, the clock is the issue. He's a little bit behind on the clock, but I think his position is fine. So let's take a look now. So we looked at Fabiano, and then what about Jeffery? Ooh, Jeffery.
So he's up a pawn, but a bishop of opposite
Something
color
has
ending.
happened. Something has happened, and something has happened here. Somehow he could not consolidate, and now rook a8. If you allow the swap of the rook, so he correctly doesn't want to allow that. So this is black is up a pawn.
I don't think it's gonna be a factor.
Well, I don't know. I feel like with the time situation, I'm putting money on Jeffery to win this, because with the clock situation.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, if they had like an hour on the clock, yeah, draw is probably more likely. But here,
Time
I
is a
think
big factor.
factor here, huge factor, I would say. And Wesley already won his game.
Good job, Wesley.
So now we just need 2.5 points, 1.5 points minimum from these 3 remaining games to secure the match victory. Okay, rook a5 here. Dominguez is trying to force this capture so he can finally put that bishop on d3 with that good position here. And that happens here. So what can he do here?
So
Does black
there's
have
no real sacrifice for black.
Does black have a trick? Does black have something interesting? h6.
That's not gonna get the job done.
Solid move, but unclear if it accomplishes much.
Right. Wow, those bishops are like great defenders. Yeah. So I was watching the Karen's Cup broadcast, and Alejandro Ramirez was filling in for Maurice, it looked like, and he had a very interesting comment. I wanted your take on it. Like, you see how these bishops are great. Is that common knowledge? He said that the rooks are the worst defenders in chess. Is that true?
In certain positions.
In certain
positions,
okay.
yeah. In certain positions, like if you have a pass pawn, the best piece to block the pass pawn is the knight.
Yes.
So it really depends. If you're defending a rook endgame, you have to put your rook behind it. So they're really different concepts in really different positions. So rook b4 played, now attacking the pawn on e4, and the question is what to do. How to defend this pawn here? Not so easy with clock ticking down here. Anything can happen in this game. It's
You do not want to play queen to e3. The queen to e1 is way different than queen to e3 because of the bishop g5.
It protects and
Yes.
attacks. But late Hao can double up his
Rook
rook.
e8 coming up.
Rook b8 coming up with potential sacrifice on b3
Yes.
to expose the position of Leinier's king.
I like after rook b8, maybe rook c3.
Just to keep it safe.
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. So c4 is played, b4, and now Fabiano is marching his king in. It's a big march. And now king goes to b5. Bishop e3. Attacking the knight. Wow, this is really wild here, Mike. Really wild
So
here.
they all have passers.
This e-pawn is going. Fabiano pushes his pawn.
Gotta do it.
King c2 played by Zusi. And now what to do here? c5 he plays.
I was looking at that move. I didn't know if it really worked though.
c5 is played.
I mean, and it instantly played.
Takes, and now probably king b2 will be played here. But there's a knight d3 check. Picking up the e5 pawn again. It's close
Why did he do that?
Who?
I guess you couldn't take the knight.
No, you didn't have anything better. He couldn't do anything better, so that's why he had to go for it.
And that's it.
Well, no, it's not. That's it yet, but it's going to be very hard to push the pawn. So I think this might end in a draw. But you know, Supi has only 14 seconds on the clock, and Fabiano has 2 minutes. So maybe he can.
Pretty easy to go bishop.
Maybe he can force an error. Maybe he can force an error here.
I don't like his chances. He's going for the fork, but this.
It's a fork.
This is when the 2-second increment really comes into play because it's.
Yeah. You can't really fly. You cannot take here because if you take king a5, but
Yes.
yeah, it's just gonna be
Bishop
a draw here. Looks like Supi is turning to be their hero of this match. That looks like the guy who scores points for them. Yeah.
Yeah. The computer will just call it if it finds a threefold repetition.
Let's go back to the Leinier really quickly to see what has just happened here. So a lot of exchanges has occurred, which I think is good for Leinier here.
Yes.
It should be a draw. Should be a draw, but you know, it's very hard to push this a pawn. That's the problem. It's very hard to push.
Well, if anybody has a chance, it's
Leinier.
Yeah.
It's Leinier. If anybody has chance, it's definitely him.
Fabi drew. Fabi did draw that, yeah.
Fabi drew. There was no plan. 7.5.
That's a 1
point
away from
we
the
need
perfect
1
regular
point.
season.
We need 1 point from the remaining 2 games to win the division.
So Jeffrey can be the board 4 hero.
Jeffrey can do it. He's up 2 pounds, Mike. Can he bring it home here?
But the
Question
bishop
is.
of opposite colors.
Yes, opposite colors.
And he's in that danger zone under 10 seconds.
But still, I think he's got some chances. There is some potential.
Our H-pawns are on the wrong color.
And Sebastian Dominguez drew.
So 8 points.
8 points now.
So, yes,
all we need is another half a point.
So Jeffrey can get the draw and he can secure the Western Division Championship.
And looks like it's going to be a draw after all here.
Well, 2-1. Check.
Don't take chances, Jeffrey.
Don't check.
Don't take chances, Jeffrey. Draw is fine. Draw
Take it,
is
take it.
fine.
Yes.
Take it. Secure it.
Yeah, well, here we go. Bishop takes.
Secure it.
Bishop takes pawn. Bishop takes pawn. just do it. Just take the pawn. Yeah, he does it. I love it. Draw. And the St. Louis Archbishops are the 2020 Western Division champions of the Pro Chess League.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations to you as well.
Excellent. Excellent job, Mike.
Congratulations to all our 14 teammates. It's been a heck of a ride. Perfect season. It's tough to do. We have secured a first-round bye in the playoffs, which is huge.
Huge,
And we will be playing the quarterfinal match against either Eastern Division champion or the Central Division champion. Their third place team. That's who's going to go head to head in the first round, and then we'll be waiting for them. And then if we win that one, we'll be on the way to Oslo, Norway in May 21st through the 24th. Book your tickets now. It's going to be a heck of an experience. Chess Party 2020.
Awesome.
Oh, and we have the video. Can we play the video, please, Ben Simon?
So, this is it.
Norway, the chess capital of Europe. Meet and greet and simul with Magnus Carlsen. It's the Pro Chess League Finals at Chess Party 2020. Caruana, So, Botez, Hammer, Rudolph, Chess Bras, an open Fisher Random chess tournament. Will you be part of the world's biggest chess party?
All right, so you look how fun that's going to be. We were lucky enough to go to San Francisco the last 2 years and bring home the gold medal last year. Check it out. And anyhow, it is a fan experience, a total fan experience. I mean, the players are live at the venue, and it's a much more casual atmosphere where fans can come up to players like Akobian, shake their hand, get an autograph, and have a lot of fun. And the players, when they're playing, will be wearing noise-canceling headphones. So you can sit there and actually cheer and kibitz with your friends, point out the moves on the big screen, and listen to the live commentary. Last year it was Danny Wrench, Robert Hess, all the awesome guys that do a great job at chess.com. And it's a lot of fun. The commissioner, Greg Shahade, will be there most likely as well. And chess stars like the Montreal Chess Bros, Fabiano, Wesley, and the world champion, the current world champion. Hopefully that will all change come November. And we'll have the first American since Bobby Fischer as the world champion. That would be a St. Louis resident, Fabiano Caruana. And Fabiano Caruana is a real American, by the way. A lot of people like to say that he's not. He was born in Florida. So
yeah,
that means on the holiday, President's Day weekend. And so that would be, maybe he'll get to go to the White House.
All right.
You never know.
All right, let's get the results. These are the results, Mike?
Oh, right. Well, check out the results. So 8.5, that's all it takes. We got the perfect season. We got the Western Division Championship. So we don't even have to, we can just all offer draws or resign on move 1, I guess, for this round, because we did it. We did it. And
all right.
Does that mean break time, Ben Simon? Yes. All right. We'll be back with the conclusion if you want. I mean, we already clinched it, but just see how they do and have some fun. This is Pro Chess League, and we're out.
Is that you, Mr. Matheny?
Can we get your autograph?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's pretty cool that you love chess so much. We love chess too.
I joined my school's chess program and got to meet a real-life grandmaster.
And I got a trophy this big.
One time, I played a police captain after school and checkmated him in 27 moves.
Wow, I should be asking for your autographs. Check out all chess has to offer at stlouischessclub.org.
Norway, the chess capital of Europe. Meet and greet and simul with Magnus Carlsen. It's the Pro Chess League Finals at Chess Party 2020. Caruana, So, Botez, Hammer, Rudolph, Chess Bras, an open Fisher Random chess tournament. Will you be part of the world's biggest chess party?
The St. Louis Chess Club hosts the 2020 U.S. Championship and U.S. Women's Championship April 8th through the 25th. These national championship events feature 12 of the strongest chess players in America. Competitors will battle for a combined prize fund of nearly $300,000, qualification into the World Championship cycle, and the coveted title of U.S. champion. First round of play begins April 10th at the St. Louis Chess Club. Watch live at the club or at uschesschamps.com.
Okay, we're back after a short break, and we already won today's match.
Yes,
because we
yes.
secured eight and a half points already.
And that's what it takes to get the win, and we got the perfect season, the perfect regular season. We are now the Western Division champions of the Pro Chess League, the St. Louis Archbishops. So congratulations to our entire team.
Congratulations,
For
Mike,
Akobian.
everybody. Yeah, all the guys, and but we still have a couple of more matches to win. Okay,
We're running up the score now.
So it would be nice to finish with a big win this match, round 4, to get some extra points as well, and that will give more confidence a little bit for the upcoming playoffs.
Right, yeah, especially Jeffery Xiong going up against the board 4, because he'll be playing in the playoffs. Jeffery Xiong will be in our quarterfinal matchup, so it'd be nice to get him rolling.
He's white against Diamant. Yeah, he hasn't had the best day, Jeffrey. So he's at 50% right now.
Right.
So he won 1, he lost 1, and drew 1. So it'll be nice to finish on a plus score. Everybody else had a really strong day so far.
But he did get the match clincher draw.
Exactly.
Bishop takes pawn.
Bishop takes pawn, eliminated in the last pawn. Absolutely.
So we like that.
So we're about to see the next games.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So these are the matchups. It's board 1 against board 1, board 2 against board 2, and so forth. So Fabiano and Dominguez will have black against their counterparts, and Wesley So will
White
have
against
white.
Mkhitaryan and Jeffrey White against Diamant.
Yes, yes.
So we expect Jeffrey to try to press in this game and hopefully get a win.
Yes, yes.
That will put him 2.5 points. So it would be nice to win big in this one.
Yeah.
This round too.
This is when we are the biggest favorites too. As the match gets further along, this is when we have
The rating difference is more visible.
Yes. And it's really nice how Wesley So, as our board 3, has an opposite color of Wesley in the last round. I think that's an underestimated advantage that we have. Because
So Wesley is our board 3 actually.
Yeah, Wesley is our board 3. Dominguez has the rating supplement they used. Dominguez outrated him by like a point or two. So that's you can't really stack against us.
They basically you have to put them by rating order.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
one of the rules?
Whatever the December supplement was in 2019, that's the rating used for the entire year, and you have to put them in order.
And that's how going to be the playoffs, the finals, and everything.
Yes, absolutely. So that you can't really if the other guy holds with black, the other guy can win with white, and it's really a nice luxury to have.
Absolutely.
So the game should
We
be getting underway.
And it looks like the Chess Bros were winning, right?
The Chess Bros. Yeah, let's check out the.
Did they win?
The other matches going on. We're not the only game going on right now. There are every Western Division team is playing. New York making a little bit of a comeback. They were down by a huge margin, and now New York is trailing Canada 6.5, 5.5. That's huge because they're playing for second place right now. Obviously, New York.
If New York wins, they will get the second place, right? If New York,
If New York wins, they'll
have a chance.
New York is trailing Canada going into that game by about 11 points.
Yes.
But once New York wins, if they win, they'll get that 10
and the point.
And the point. So
most likely, if New York wins this match, they might finish second.
Yes.
And finishing higher will give them an advantage.
Yes. So that
there we go.
That's an
we have the graphics there.
Exciting matchup coming up, and then let's see. And it looks like the Chicago Wind have clinched a playoff berth.
They win
because it looks like they're. It looks like UK cannot catch them.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
So congratulations to Chicago Wind.
Yeah.
They have many Webster players on their squad, and they're led by Eric Rosen, who.
Manager is our friend Eric Rosen.
Yes.
All right. Do we have some moves here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's see here. Still waiting for moves. So
So the last round should be getting underway.
and we have the moves now. The game is just started. So Rafael Leitao against Fabiano Caruana. Let's see what Fabiano gonna do.
Fabiano, MVP of last year, and he's doing great again this year. Led the team to a perfect season. What more could you ask for, right?
Yep. D5 now. And the question is he going to play which move here? Is he going to go for bishop b4? Ragozin, you know, he's going to... Yeah, actually, he plays bishop b7. Queen is going to be declined. Solid opening choice. QGD.
Yeah, so with the pressure
Yeah.
off, I mean, you can just
Well,
play,
yeah,
play
should
solid.
still play
and
solidly and, you know, and get some chances. So let's see here. Supi played e4 and Dominguez opens up with Sicilian. Are we going to see the fourth long castle?
No. My prediction is he is not going to castle queenside this game. And it looks like it's impossible now.
With
Preparing
the,
for the d5 break.
Then we have Wesley So with the white pieces against Mkhitaryan. So c6 is played, so probably bishop a4. And again, Wesley is heavy favorite with the white pieces in this game.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
we'll see how he would do. And we have Jeffery, who
Wesley's
is playing
3-0 today, right? It's got
No, I think he drew one game. He drew
maybe,
Leitao.
maybe round 2.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah, I don't think we have anybody with perfect score today. But we have some guys who can finish with 3.5, like Wesley, like Fabi.
That's team effort, obviously.
Team efforts, absolutely, yeah. You know, it's rather to have a balanced team than have somebody win 4-0, in my opinion. You know, just you have more balance in your team.
Yes, with the rating cap, with no rating cap this year in the Pro Chess League, we were able to play all 2700s pretty much week in and week
In the
out.
previous years, we could only do 2.
Right, we had 2 monsters, then a solid 2500, and then an underrated board 4 such as Bloomer, Julian, Nicholas Rosenthal.
Yeah.
Even Spencer Lehman got to play when he D-Day Master Spencer Lehman. Shout out to him.
So now the question is if black can do something like knight d5 or, to simplify the position. 94, 95. But that could be taken and then rook b1. So it's playable.
So on Sunday, February 23rd, Spencer Lehman and maybe JJ Ali Morandi. There'll be a group of 8 playing an event called Decisive Chess. So get this. So each player starts with 60 minutes with a 5-second delay. If at any time they agree to a draw, okay, they flip the board and start with the opposite color and their remaining time, clock time. And then they play until there is a decisive winner. And then, if you draw again, same thing. You flip the board back, and then but the time remains the same. So whatever balance you have on the time, that's all you have on move 1.
Isn't this idea of a Kasim Jamov idea?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think he came up with
Ben
this.
Simon confirmed. Yeah, so we're going to test that out on Sunday, February 23rd.
How many players are going to be playing? 8?
Just 8 players. We'll have some Grandmasters, IMs, and FMs.
How many rounds?
4 rounds. It's going to be a long day, especially if there's some draws.
So draw, they flip, they play with the remaining time.
Yes.
Until there is a...
Until somebody, checkmates or flags or...
But there is a delay only, right? There is no increment.
Yeah, no increment. That's very
important.
Very important. Yeah, Tony Rich, our executive director, he's got some good ideas. And he said, no, we're doing delays. So that way you can't just amass time real quick.
Perfect.
You can never add time.
All right, so bishop g4 is played. So in this position, bishop g4, and probably we're going to see something like rook a d1 played by Jeffery, putting some more pressure on d6. I like his position here. And again, he's playing faster, so that's good. So let's take a look at Fabiano's game against Leitao. So, wow, a lot of liquidation here. Okay, so there was some... took the bishop. So we have bishop b7 coming up, knight takes f6, queen f6. Yeah, I don't think white has anything here. I think Fabiano is very comfortable, you know,
Excellent.
in this position. So he's absolutely comfortable here. So 95. So I don't see any problems here. For example, knight f6, queen f6. If you're gonna go knight d7, I will take on f4, threatening mate here and threatening to win your bishop. So I really don't know how white is going to proceed here. Absolutely quality. Let's look at Sebastian Dominguez game.
All right, he did castle.
He did castle one game, 1 out of 4. Yeah, he castled the normal.
Right. Yeah. But look at his opponent then. Yeah. He castled.
Supi. This is Supi. Remember,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is the dangerous Supi. Yeah. So he scored some points.
Right. Yeah.
So b4, Leinier is going after the knight and trying to push. Again, we have already won the match. We got 8.5 points already, but we would like to get another win in this match, okay?
Sure, why not?
Rack up some more points. No?
Right, rack it up, man.
Yeah. So now the knight is going to go probably on d5. Yeah, because putting the knight on the rim wouldn't be a good idea, so that's why knight goes on d5.
I guess it would be nice. It looks like Armenia has 144 points. So we would currently have 134.5 points plus our 8.5 points. I'm not very good at math, as you can tell. 124.5 plus 10 plus 8.5 leaves us with 143. So we are currently 1 point behind Armenia. I don't know if that really matters.
But, Armenia already played their match, or?
It'd be crazy to think that they have 144 in just 6 matches. So they must have.
Yeah.
I don't know when they played it, but they must have played it.
So Rook to some sharp development here in a game. Dominguez Supi here. And Leinier is attacking on c2 and a lot of fireworks here. A lot of fireworks. And Supi, wow, Supi retreats. Supi retreats, and that's a very good sign here. That's a very, very good sign. He retreats and...
Yeah, so it looks like, if my calculations are correct, we will play the winner in the quarterfinals against India versus Norway. And you know Norway will be bringing their best effort because the championship is in Norway. So that might be a exciting match. So we'll probably be cheering for India against Norway in that first round matchup. And India seems to be on a losing streak as well.
They lost to Armenia or no?
They lost to Armenia 10.5, 5.5.
Today?
Yes.
Wow.
And they lost to the Russia Wizards 10-6 the final week.
Oh.
So wow. So they'll be playing Norway.
And Wesley with a serious advantage already against Mkhitaryan. Serious advantage on the board. Serious advantage on the clock as well. So e5 is loose. So real pressure here.
Oh, and look who Norway has. They got him from last year. Our board 4 hero from last year. He was on the A team. Hans Moke Niemann. He's their secret weapon down there. And Norway is on a tear after losing their first 2 matches. Win. And they crushed the Raptors 12.5 to 3.5. So they're on a mission.
They want to get a ticket to the finals.
Right. I mean, they're already there, and they'll have a massive home field advantage.
Yeah, all the cheering crowd.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh,
all
wow.
the fans.
So it will be Norway against India, and then they'll play us in that quarterfinal matchup, and they're on a mission. So this will be a very nothing is a sure thing in chess or in life, huh?
Absolutely. Well, huge advantage we have to say for Wesley here, and Jeffery is playing white. He's up a pawn against Diamant, and it's kind of drawish. So I don't know. He's up a pawn here. I'd like to see him win, Mike. I'd like to see him press and win a game here, but it's not easy because Diamant is just down a pawn, but it's very active rook. So I don't know what he will plan to do here? How is he thinking about this?
So Jeffrey has the white pieces.
He's got an extra pawn.
But, you know.
Yeah, as you can see here, there were a lot of liquidations. And he decided to go rook d3. Defend from this angle. So I guess he wants to play f4, maybe put the rook on f3, and start walking the king to c1. Perhaps this is what he wants to do.
Not f4, king to f. Oh, okay. So the rook would defend the f pawn and the other guy.
So assuming you play f4, king f6, I put the king on e6. I might even play f5 myself to cement the position.
All right, very interesting.
Yeah. All right, so okay, advantage. We have advantage on this board. We have Wesley and a big advantage as well. Let's go back to Fabiano, see how things are developing there. His opponent, Rafael Leitao, is playing very aggressive but bit speculative. A chess here. He's basically throwing the kitchen sink, but you're not going to just come and mate Fabiano like this. You know? This is just not going to work, and I think we're about to see a resignation very soon. Everything is hanging. The attack is going nowhere, Mike, and Fabiano looks like going to score 3.5 points for us today.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, just nothing. F4 is dropping. The bishop on c4 is loose. There's just nothing going to happen here. So it looks like it's going to be a win for Fabiano here. And meantime, Dominguez, he's up a pawn. He's up a pawn against Supi. And knight f6 is played. Perhaps his opponent can capture the pawn back on a6. But that pawn might be also a little poison pawn because rook can come to a8 and create some threat as well. Nice. So he took on b4. So I wonder if there was a way to keep the pawns. I wonder if like a move like a5, for example, could have been played here, you know, just to secure. But he didn't want that, so queen 7. I like black. Black is still better. There's a pressure on c2 here, so I like black here.
All right, so good round for the Archbishop so far.
So far, yeah. And let's see, yeah, Wesley So played knight d3. He's trying to get rid of the strong blockader here. Yeah, and this is definitely a very, very strong position for him. 3 minutes for Mkhitaryan and 5.5 for Wesley So. Yeah, it's a clear advantage here. And if he takes, we can take back with the h-pawn.
Big meeting in the chess club production room.
Okay, knight e3, and if captures on e3, you can take back with a pawn. And now you open up the f5. You have pressure on f7, and queen h5 is coming up as well. So knight e3, pawn takes c3, bishop g3, pawn takes g3, and you have queen h5 coming up as well, putting a lot of pressure on f7 and h6. So I think this is a very, very nice advantage here for Wesley here.
And Executive Director Tony Rich is in the house. So it's always good to see Tony. Are we going to charter a plane to Norway if we get there? He says maybe. Okay. Unfortunately.
Just keep going.
Okay.
Okay, looks like Fabiano won already, actually, his game.
All right, yeah. Fabiano with another win.
Yeah. So, yeah, after rook d4, we thought it was already over. So rook d4, putting pressure on c4 and f4, and bishop d3 played. And now he just played h6. And there are no more threats. Now f4 pawn is hanging, and now his opponent just resigned. He also had 1 minute on a clock, so the game is over. And now we have 9.5 points already.
All right. It seems like I am going to take your position for, and we will.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Okay. It's been called away. We already won the division, so nothing left to say anyway. Yes. All right, so you got Mike Kummer, 1700, Missouri, 1998 Missouri Scholastic State Champion, doing the analysis. So points in rating, at least. But here we go. Dominguez is on the move. Will he trade the queens? Dominguez playing the black pieces. We'll see if there's a big queen trade on the board. Oh, his opponent, Soupy, says, no way. I'm playing to win the game. Okay, well, you should have traded because rook takes c2 is on the board. It's like, now what are you going to do? There are tactics everywhere going up. And let's see what he's got going on. Rook takes c2. But his rook is defended 3 ways by the king, the bishop, and his counterpart, the other rook. Soupy, you should have traded queens when you had the chance. He's really regretting that now. Oh, and well, the knight is also defending the rook. But why? Why would you voluntarily remove a defender? So kings are the worst defenders in chess, as obviously you see here. The king just wants to save himself. It's like, I'm out of here, rook. You're on your own, buddy. And now Dominguez says, hey, you want to trade again? And this time he'll have no choice. You should have taken him when you had the first opportunity. Unless he's going to really retreat to e1, but I do not see that happening. So Dominguez is playing, if you've been following the Pro Chess League, Dominguez was really just content with just drawing as the black pieces. A lot of Berlins. Not this week. He says, I'm taking it to you guys. And really playing some aggressive chess and really doing well. There goes the queen back to e1. Let's see. Maybe Dominguez will play queen to e2, forcing the queen trade, unless the queen wants to retreat to b1. Very interesting. Very interesting. He's doing a little dance with the queens. And why does Soupy, I guess with those 2 pawns, the 2 passed pawns, I guess Soupy cannot trade the queens. And we have club manager Ryan Chester in the house. You might remember him from the Blunder series, the Saturday morning cartoon type show. That was a great show for Saturday morning, the Blunders. Very, very good. And of course, don't get forked. If you want to have a good laugh, Google Perry Colson. Don't get forked. That's a very, very exciting one. And of course, I am on Don't Get Forked. And I'm happy to say I did not. Believe it or not. Because I knew bishops can move backwards. A lot of people, when they're do not get that bishops can move backwards to help defend somehow, some way. But it's a very good resource. Oh, yeah. All right. And then if you want a Yasser style show, big fan. Everybody's a big fan of Yasser. He actually commentates on some of the Chess Bros streams. Ryan Chester had a show called Between Two Pawns, which is apparently a pun. A pun that I do not understand. While I'm plugging all of Ryan Chester's great shows, I might as well plug some of my own. The Beginner Breakdown and, of course, the Blitz Bounty. If you want another good laugh after watching Perry Colson on Don't Forget Fork, you can Google Blitz Bounty Gangsta Edition. I'm in Forest Park playing a club regular on behalf of our good friend Mario Roper. So he's in the video as well. And watch out for a cameo from Jonathan Schranz in that edition as well. All right, back to the games. He did actually put his queen on b1. I mean, what is this guy up to? So this is not Soupy's best effort today. He is just getting clobbered by Dominguez. So let's go. Wesley So's opponent is in the danger zone. Only has 6.7 seconds left, under that 10 seconds. But it is a bishop of opposite color endgame, so anything can happen. Maybe he can make some simple moves and amass some time. Wesley So is playing with the white pieces and has 2 passed pawns. And that should be enough compensation, even though, bishop opposite color ending is very tough to win. But we'll see. We'll see. And there go the pawns. Here comes another pawn push. Just keep pushing them. Keep pushing them. No reason why not to play d5. He's not afraid of that check. He's not afraid of rook to g1 check. That is not checkmate. So, okay, so he's going to get the A pawn. Or he's going for the H pawn. Okay. Oh, bishop g2. Bishop g2. All right, just king up. White is winning. Oh, there goes d6. Yeah, push the furthest pawn. d7, d7. All right, protects the pawn. He's not worried about taking that g pawn. That has nothing to do with anything. Oh, and sure enough, he's like, Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm taking the g pawn. But now he gets checked. I told you. Oh, no. All right, Rick. Yep, all right. And it's over. White won by resignation. So now we have 10.5 points. And we're coming up. I think we have just as many points as Armenia now. Not that I don't think it even matters, but it's just good for bragging rights. We have the most points in the Pro Chess League. And of course, we got the perfect 7-0 season, which got us the Western Division Championship as well as a first round bye in the playoffs. But of course, we'll be playing Norway in the first round, and it could be tough. As the Pro Chess League Final Four is in Norway. And they'll be gunning for the win. Oh, he's playing the back row defense. And he finally trades the queens. He's had enough. And Dominguez has those 2 center pawns. That will be the difference. Excuse me. All right. So what's going to happen? G5. Takes. Dominguez is under 10 seconds. He's got to make a move. Takes. And we have a checkmate coming up, hopefully. Somehow, some way, let's get a checkmate. I'm thinking a checkmate on A1. Rook over to the A file. Oh, he goes to the B file. Pushes the pawn. Knight's coming back to the defense. Soupy's trying to win. Forks the guys. Don't get forked. 6 seconds. Knight attacks. Knight takes the bishop. Knight takes. And now it's a simple win for Dominguez. Bishop takes is led by rook c6 check. And we got Ryan Chester back in the house. And, okay, he's pushing the pawns. Now he can take, or he can just keep pushing. 4 seconds. He did take. And here comes bishop to a5 check. And that will do it. Here comes the queen. And it's over. Soupy goes down. Valiant effort by Soupy. And Jeffery X wins as well. It's a crushing defeat by the St. Louis Archbishops, your Western Division champions. And we are the league leader in points. We will get the A1 slot. We'll get the first round bye in the Pro Chess League playoffs. And we'll be playing the winner of Norway and India in the quarterfinals. So tune back in sometime around March 6th. And we eclipsed our viewers that we needed to to telecast that match. It'll be right before the candidates. Hopefully, we'll have our 2700 team, this team, obviously, playing. Hopefully, Fabiano will play. But all right, but watch this commercial. It's going to be great.
Norway, the chess capital of Europe. Meet and greet and simul with Magnus Carlsen. It's the Pro Chess League Finals at Chess Party 2020. Caruana, So, Botez, Hammer, Rudolph, Chess Bras, an open Fisher Random Chess Tournament. Will you be part of the world's biggest chess party?
Party 2020. Hopefully, we'll be there. And let's have a rundown of the final standings, the final results. It was a great round for the Archbishops. As you saw, we swept. Even though we had nothing really to play for, but now we have bragging rights over the Armenia Eagles as we are the league leader in points. I mean, we won perfect season, so can't get enough. Join us tonight at 6 p.m. We have the closing ceremony of the Cairns Cup. Congratulations to the winner, Grandmaster Canero. All right, so join us then. I'm International Arbiter Mike Kummer, St. Louis Archbishop manager, and I'm signing off. Hopefully I'll see you in Norway.
This has been a presentation of the St. Louis Chess Club.